We've got Chargers-Falcons in Atlanta, Georgia. The Chargers are a 1.5-point favorite on the road. This Falcons team has been just pooping the bed recently, just crumbling left and right. Dylan, are you worried about G. Kirko?
I'm not as worried about G. Kirko as I am the defense for the Falcons. I mean, this is a defense that's really bad. 28th in quick passing, 29th passing versus the blitz on defense. Like there are things here that are huge defensive issues. It's really rough right now for this defense. Now, I want to pose a question. I don't really have a feel for the side yet. How many touchdowns have the Chargers allowed to running backs this year?
Off the top of my head?
Off the top of your head, how many? Receiving,
4.
rushing. How many times has a running back crossed into the end zone against the Chargers?
4.
9.
Ben, you have a guess?
I'm not sure. I don't even have a guess.
2. They've allowed
That
2.
was close.
One rushing, one receiving. That was a great guess, Connor. If I had to take anything in this game, I'm probably going to go, if I could get a no price on Bijan Robinson to score a touchdown, I'm sure that's the yes is going to be like minus 160. That's probably what I would lean towards. But yeah, as far as this game goes, the Falcons do have an advantage in the deep passing game. The Chargers don't defend very well against that, but that's really the only spot I can make a case for the Falcons. I want to wait and see what happens on Monday Night Football for the Chargers.
Are you putting any credence into the Falcons coming off a bye?
Rest advantage? I'm a sucker for it, but this defense,
Chargers traveling multiple time zones.
Playing on Monday.
But Kirk's not walking into the trap and taking over your trap. Some are saying that away games for the Falcons are the new home games.
No, but then they got destroyed by the Broncos.
Yeah, well, that's different.
And the
that's
Saints.
different.
Look, the Broncos have been good this year, but giving up 38 to Bo Nix in that offense, that is just, I think, inexcusable.
What about
the Broncos aren't trying to beat you that way. They're trying to win like 24-17.
Yeah.
I think
they're not looking to score a bunch of points, but they just could. They just took it. So
we're also glossing over they lost to the Saints, the booty cheek Saints.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. And also,
game.
Dylan, I texted you about 2 weeks ago. I said, guys, we should be looking at the Buccaneers plus 400 for this division. That
Still
is
not
very
buying
much alive.
That's alive, sure. But you lost both your games against the Falcons. Yeah, you're kind of up a creek there if you're the Bucs.
You're looking at the Falcons schedule going forward. You got Chargers, Vikings, Commanders. Panthers is not a gimme whatsoever.
Oh, sure, divisional game. We talk about this. That's the same reason why I don't worry about this loss to the Saints. It's a divisional game. It happens.
All right. Connor,
Give Bijan under props. Give me no touchdown. That's what I'm going with this game.
Connor, do you have any feel for this game?
This is tough because I want to see what happens. We're recording on Monday, that Chargers-Ravens tonight. I want to see what happens in that game. There's a part of me that wants to take the Falcons just because everybody's out on them. And I know there is playmakers on that offense. Kirk has shown he can have good games this year. He's not been a complete dud. Chargers defense, they run the ball well. It's tough. I almost want to take the Falcons solely because everyone's out on them. Yep. I think the Chargers might be riding a little high. If the Chargers do somehow upset the Ravens tonight, then I think I will be taking the Falcons for sure.
I love it. Ben?
I think it definitely depends. Again, just echoing the sentiment that tonight definitely matters and where I'm leaning. But as of right now, like a not like a get right spot, but a bounce back spot off of a bye against a Chargers team that'll be on a slightly shorter week. That makes me liking the Falcons in this spot. Especially if the Chargers win tonight. If the Chargers lose tonight, I think that might change things a little bit, but I still think I'd lean Falcons. I do think the Falcons, although their defense has struggled, as we've talked about, I'm not sure if the Chargers offense at this point is explosive enough to fully break things open. I also like the advantage that the Falcons have with Kirk Cousins being able to air it out deep a little bit.
Joe Burrow diced up that Chargers defense, by the way. Shout out Dylan.
What? What?
Yeah.
There's some crossfire here.
Sorry about that. Stray.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. But I lean Falcons just because I think they've been down. They're not this bad. Chargers, they're pretty good. But they're not this good. So I lean Falcons.
I lean Falcons as well. I mean, yeah, coming off 2 losses. It's now or never for the Falcons. Rest advantage as well. I think Chargers win time of possession, but I think this is a game where Drake London goes off. I think Drake London has a big game against the Chargers in this one as well. Let's move on.